What do you
Like
think?
our actual wheels here.
Yeah. And how I do when I try to do like the cheerleaders.
All right, 22.
And I was practicing this morning. 6:45.
So 22, we have to make a graph.
Oh, yeah.
All right? And the first thing they tell us is that f prime of 1 equals f prime of negative 1, which equals 0. So, what does that mean? What's happening at 1 and negative 1 on our graph? Right, there's a maximum or a minimum. We don't know which one. Okay, so at 1, this is x equals 1 and negative 1, we have a max or a min. Could both be maxes, could both be mins. I don't know, we'll find out. Okay? All right. What? Because the derivative equals 0, so the slope is 0 right there, so it's got to come up to it or come down to it. Okay, then it says f prime of x is less than 0 if the absolute value of x is less than 1. Any ideas? Any clues? So that would be no. You have no idea, you have no clue.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Anybody who does have an idea or a clue what that means, that the absolute value, that the derivative is less than 0 when the absolute value of x is less than 1.
So it's a minimum.
What's the minimum?
0.
0 is the minimum? No. Throwing out some good calculus work, that's fun, but yeah, that means
Vertex.
1, good, keep them coming. That means if the derivative is less than 0, that means the graph is decreasing. So I'm going to go like this. Okay? So that means that 1 is going to be a minimum, and negative 1 is going to be a maximum. And I went from negative 1 to 1 because the absolute value means the distance from 0. So as long as I'm between negative 1 and 1, my graph has to be going down. Might have to change that shape later. Don't copy it down yet. Okay? All right, then it says the derivative is greater than 0 if 1 is between if the absolute value of x is in between 1 and 2. So what is going on between 1 and 2? Say again? Increasing, yeah. Because the derivative is bigger than 0. So it's increasing here, oops, like that-ish, and it's increasing here. Okay, so we're going up, down, up. Okay? All right, then it says f prime of x equals negative 1 if the absolute value of x is greater than 2. So f prime of x equals negative 1 means the slope is negative 1 if the absolute value of x is bigger than 2. So that means this becomes, what did it say, negative 1? This becomes a straight line with the slope of negative 1. Okay? And over here, it's also going to be a straight line with a constant slope of negative 1.
Yeah.
Okay? Derivative, oh, we're not even done yet. Derivative equals negative 1 means the slope is negative 1. Okay, then it says the second derivative is less than 0 in between negative 2 and 0. What does it mean if the second derivative is negative? It's what?
Concave down.
Concave down, right,
yeah.
kids? So that means that this piece right here needs to be concave down, but we kind of have that in there already. That kind of worked out just the way we drew the graph. And then there's an inflection point at 0, 1. My inflection point right now is at what? 0, 0, so all they're saying there is I need to take this graph and move it up. Oh, dang it. Hold on. We have the technology. There we go. Yeah. Move the graph up to 0, 1. Okay? So that's what the graph's going to look like. So to recap, derivative equals 0 at -1, right? Because the slope of the tangent line right there is 0, right? Derivative also equals 0 at 1, because the slope of the tangent line is 0. It's decreasing there because the derivative is negative between -1 and 1. It's increasing from here to here because the derivative is positive between 1 and 2. Slope of -1 out here, slope of -1 out here, concave down, inflection point. See how easy that is? Hi, Linnea. Is that she gonna trick you into trying to talk to her?
I told her one time.
That's not awkward at all.
Really right now.
She told me your strategy.
Well, told me my strategy or her
No, she
strategy?
told me her strategy. I'll tell you.
I can guess it.
Shine below you over there.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
She'll get tired.
Yeah, she's got to kill you early.
Yeah, she'll
Because
go
if
up
you're tied at
fast.
the end, she'll lose. She can't outkick you at the end. There's no way.
I feel like she's gonna go out fast and they're gonna try and keep with her.
Right.
And then they're gonna get tired and then
That's right.
she'll pull
She'll
ahead
go
and then
pull
she can
ahead.
slow down.
Yeah, don't, if she gets out ahead of you, don't think you need to.
Just
I
set,
used to
just
do
set a
that.
good steady
Yeah.
pace.
Set a
and
good
you
steady
can
I was
pace.
set-
gonna keep like a.
Just don't even worry about
No,
her at
don't
the
worry
beginning.
about
Just
that.
run. Just set a
Keep
good
her
steady
nice.
pace. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Keep her nice.
Last race.
See, that's what
She'll be fine. And if she's way ahead of you about the bridge, then you're gonna have to start making the move. What's up, Morris? All right, so 23, same kind of deal. It says the derivative is greater than 0 when the absolute value of x is less than 2. So absolute value of x is less than 2 means all the numbers in between -2 and 2. Derivative is positive means what's happening with the graph? Increasing. So somehow, some way, from -2 to 2, the graph needs to be going up. Okay? Could be a straight line, could be a curved line. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. What's that? Yeah, it doesn't seem like maybe we're wrong. All right, then it says the derivative is less than 0 if the absolute value of x is greater than 2. So if you're farther away from 2, or farther away from the origin than 2, then it's going down. And we're going down from left to right. So something like that. Into burning wings of fire. Okay, then it says f prime of -2 equals 0. So what's happening at -2? Yep, gotta have a horizontal tangent there. Got it, check, done. Then it says the limit as x approaches 2 of the derivative is infinity. Yeah, so that means from either side of 2. So what's happening at x equals 2? Yeah, so what do we really have going here? We don't have a, yeah, we got an asymptote. Because it's going to infinity on the left side, and it's going to infinity on the right side. That's why it said absolute value, either side. Okay? Okay, and then the second derivative is greater than 0 if x does not equal 2. So this is out, and everywhere else the second derivative is greater than 0, which means everywhere else it is what? Concave up. And this is pretty much concave up already. Might need to change this a little bit to make it concave up. And then we're good. anything? Is there more? You good? Okay. What about for the rest of you fools? What do you want me to do? What did he say?
It's graphic stuff. I'd say graphic stuff. Oh my goodness.
Like chain.
Like you're reading trash.
But either by the term, not it's not graphic.
Yeah. Why don't you start
Lacey said
working
no homework, we
on?
don't.
Yeah, and Lacey says.
She never said that.
Yeah, she did.
No, she said more homework. She didn't say, I don't want any more homework.
She-
She
the
just
way-
said, more homework? And
The
I
way-
said, yeah, more homework.
Do it really sick.
The way
She
she
was
said it,
Drag
you
on
confirming.
buddies.
No.
insinuated
It's a
that.
dialect thing you don't
We're
understand.
pod buddies.
That's right, you were, huh? 29 through 31, Lansing. Did I torture you with a couple of trig ones?
No.
And
She knows, can't do it.
29 through 31. Okay, there's an A, B, C, and a D.
24 is way too much stuff on it.
20 what? So you want to take like 24 now?
Yeah, it's got like 10 things to grab though.
But it's all just one function, Chad.
Yeah, I don't.
You're gonna be bad.
What's it call you? Benny?
Who calls you Ben?
Mitsubishi. Benjamin Henry Mitsubishi.
Yeah, I like what
Mitsubishi.
it calls one.
Seriously, what's your middle name? Is it Matsubashi? Sounds like Mitsubishi, but it's not Mitsubishi.
All right, 24. F of 0 equals F prime of 0 equals F prime of 2 equals F prime of 4 equals F prime of 6 equals 0. So that means that the point 0, 0 is on the graph because F of 0 equals 0. It says F prime of 0 equals 0, so that means there's going to be a maximum or a minimum at 0. F prime of 2 equals 0, so there's a maximum or a minimum at 2. F prime of 4 equals 0, so there's a maximum or a minimum at 4. And F prime of 6, same deal, okay? So we've got, yeah, something going on, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, then it says F prime of x is greater than 0 between 0 and 2 and 4 and 6. So what's going on there? Correct. Any questions?
Yeah.
So,
Greater than.
1, 2. So when the derivative is greater than 0, what does that tell you about the graph?
Increasing.
Increasing. So between 0 and 2, the graph needs to be going up. And between, what was it, 4 and 6, the graph needs to be going up. Okay, again, don't know how, could be a straight line, could be an asymptote like in the last graph. Just going out on a limb.
If F is less than 0,
Okay, then the derivative is less than 0. Shad, go.
2 and 4. So that means 2 and 4 is going to go down.
Between 2 and 4, it's going down. And
Greater than
x
6.
is greater than 6, so forever, ever, there.
Okay.
Okay, then the second derivative, am I going too fast? Second derivative is greater than 0 between 0 and 1 and 3 and 5. So second derivative greater than 0 means what?
It's got to be concave up.
Concave up, yeah. So where is that? We already have it in there. 0 to 1, so that's right here is concave up, nice. And from what? 3 to 5, concave up, right in there also. So that just kind of worked out with the loopy thing. Okay, then concave down between 1 and 3. So I might have to tweak that just a little bit to make it look more concave down there between 1 and 3. And then concave down between there and forever, right? 3 and 5? Or no, 5 and forever. Okay, then what's that last bit mean? F of negative x equals f of x.
Same on the other side.
Other side of what? the y-axis.
Y-axis.
If I plug in negative x over here, so if I plug in like -1, I should get the same answer as when I plugged in positive 1. Okay? So, so that means that this graph right here should be the same over there. Okay?
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Okay?
Did you get laser surgery?
No.
Okay, 25 says f prime of x is less than 0 for all x. So what does that
If
mean?
you're one that's loading.
And F double prime.
Okay, but what does it mean for f prime of x to be less than 0 for all x's?
Going down.
Going down the whole way, right? Okay? Then it says f prime of x is, or f double prime of x is less than 0 for all x, which means what? Concave down. Do we have it?
Solid.
That was easy.
So it was easy.
No big deal.
And let's do 21 because it's
Because we're kind of just on a roll here.
Yeah.
that's the only one I need. That's
I think I can do it on my own.
Chad can do it on his own. Even though it's a red problem, he's got it.
Where mine's red.
That's cross board.
Also is 5, so it can't do 5. Or 7.
I don't do it all.
What is it? What, Chad?
5 and 7 are also red.
Yeah, I do on and off the field.
Yeah, I don't know how we're academic, honestly.
Oh yeah, we're actually going to take camps, so they're cutting you. That came from your hard work.
Yeah.
They must have thrown in Taylor and Connor's GPA too.
Maybe. They said top 15 or something is how that works. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 21 says f prime of 0, f prime of 2, and f prime of 4 are all 0. So at 0, 2, and 4, what's happening? Maximum or minimum. Don't know which one. We'll figure that out in a minute. Then it says f prime of x is greater than 0, so that means it is increasing. If x is less than 0, so over here somewhere it's increasing. Or if x is in between 2 and 4. So it's increasing over there too. Okay? So a bad feeling about this curve. Okay, then f prime of x is less than 0 in between 0 and 2.
Wait, you didn't get the one at 6. Wait. Oh, look at the wrong one. Never mind.
Okay, so it's going down here. And then it says it's less than 0 when x is greater than 4, so it's also going down. Okay, second derivative is positive between 1 and 3. So in between 1
Oh yeah.
and 3, we need concave up. So I kind of would probably have to tweak that a little bit.
I'm sorry.
It's all on my paper.
How's it not concave up?
It's
How
gotta
is
be
it not
like,
concave
that's like
up?
a B.
Because this curve right here is sort of bowing down a little
Yeah.
bit. So I want to be able to make it sort of go.
Like, came like this.
So I really want it to be more like a cup,
Oh yeah.
like that. Okay? And it is negative if x is less than 1. Okay, so here,
Oh yeah.
and negative if x is greater than 3. So we got that. Okay, so you guys kind of get a sense of how the derivatives all fit together with the graph, maxes and mins, and concavity. Yeah. Of course you do. All right, so you can prove that to me. Just going to give you 3 problems to work on. They're each very long. They have 4 parts, including doing the graph. But they're all simple polynomials.
Oh,